If your only marketing strategy is for sales posts, then you're doing it wrong. In this video, we'll be sharing 5 marketing secrets to make you stand out from the crowd. So tip number 1, share value-driven content. Some of the problems that I see real estate do is that they always post for sales content. If you think about it, if you're an e-commerce brand and everybody is keep posting promotion posts, or buy now post, it can get repetitive very soon, and at the same time it might get a little bit annoying. So when it comes to this, there are some of the tips that you could do to share valuable content. Here's tip number 1. You talk about the FAQ, frequently asked questions from buyers and sellers. So like for example, what is the best way to prepare before you go for viewing? What's the list of questions that you should be asking? Or what are the list of things you should check for? The next tip you could talk about is explaining common industry jargons, like what is an MOT, Memorandum of Transfer, or what exactly is a strata title, what should you know about it? When you're a first-time home buyer, you'll probably get confused with all these jargons that's been thrown out. Sometimes people get embarrassed to ask about this. So if you're the person who actually answer this, you make someone know that you're an authority figure for this. In the last tip, you can share about local market insights. People don't buy into homes, they buy into locations. So you could share about the surrounding area. For example, why Klang Valley is a top pick for young professionals, or 3 hidden gems in this location that is great for investment. By positioning yourself as a local market expert, what you end up doing is build credibility and attract clients to you. The next tip is personal branding. You think about it, if you are an individual who know a particular store in some neighborhood, they only have one store compared to a brand that have multiple chains of stores all throughout the nation, you probably trust the brand with the most amount of outlets. Similarly, you can repurpose your content on multiple social media. It creates the same effect and a sense of familiarity and credibility because you are seen everywhere else. We already have a video on personal branding. If you're interested to know more about the video, we have it here. Tip number 3, turn clients into referrals. Say for example, somebody who you just sold a house to might be interested in a certain location because it suits their lifestyle, it suits their common workplace, and they might know some friends or families that's looking for the same kind of lifestyle within this area. When shooting a video testimony, some of the best questions you could ask is, what are some of the concerns that the individual have before buying this property and how did we overcome it? Next thing you could ask is, what is the best experience working with you as property agent before they buy the property, and what do they feel after buying their first property? Once you've collected all these video testimony, what you could do is you share this across your social media platforms. It creates stories. Now this leads naturally to the next tip that we have, stories. Tip number 4, use storytelling in your video marketing. When you share behind the scenes of a particular client that just walked in the showroom, you take their experience, how they actually view the property, and then their experience after buying the property, and what made them buy the property, or what are some of their dreams or aspirations after buying this property. And here's the neat trick, you don't only need to take story about your clients. You could even talk about the day in your life as a real estate agent. What do you do to prepare for a meeting or appointments? How do you actually reach out to clients? What marketing strategies that you find worked for yourself? So when you're sharing behind the scenes, not only about your clients, yourself, you give a sense of personality to your own brand. You share your struggles, your challenges, your wins, whether is it big or small. It showcases your personality. It makes you more relevant. And when it comes to creating relevance to your target audience on social media, one thing happens: trust. Tip number 5, create community-focused content surrounding the particular area. People typically don't buy homes, they buy into neighborhoods. So when you create content, not only talk about content around that property that you are selling, the facilities, you could talk about what are the weekend getaways in that location, what are some of the parks, what are some of the shopping malls you can visit, what are some of the cafes around here. What this does is you could resonate with your audience, the lifestyle that individual might like having in this particular area. You can create some sort of a virtual tour around this area, maybe a day in the life in this area. If you're living in this property, the LRT you could use to transport in multiple areas. These are just some of the ideas you could use to talk about an area that you are actually selling. That's it for today's video on marketing strategies for real estate agent. I believe if you apply these strategies, you will make yourself stand out from all the other agents. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel, and tell us in the comments what you would like to see in our next video.